Hello, welcome to this review of Mango Animate Whiteboard Animation Maker. So this is an alternative to Doodly and it has several advantages over Doodly, which I'm going to explain in a moment. So one of the bugbears with Doodly is you've got to shell out $67 to get a one-time offer, and then there are several upgrades, and you can't try it before you buy it. You have to buy it, and then if you don't like Doodly you get a refund. But with Mango Animate they have a free version that you can download and you can use completely free. It is watermarked and it does have a lower resolution, but you can still use it and try it out to your heart's content. I've gone for the professional package, so I've downloaded the software and I've paid myself. No one's paid for me, this is not sponsored. I paid for the professional. I thought that gave the best impression of this software for this review. So the professional is $39 at the moment, and that's much cheaper than the $67 for Doodly. But is it as good as Doodly? Does it do things better? And how does it stack up? Well, watch this review and we'll find out. So you've got to download this, and it's a download for Windows or Mac, and then when you install it and you open it, this is where you land. So you can see we've got templates here, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the templates themselves. So you can do portrait mode or you can do landscape mode, so you can do 16:9 as we're used to, or 9:16. Let's just have a look at this aerobic exercise one. So things download from the cloud and sometimes things can be a bit slow, but once they're downloaded it should be quicker the next time. So this is our sort of canvas, and over here we've got assets, and down here we've got a timeline. So this is a timeline based video editor. We can record voiceovers, we can add characters, we can add text, backgrounds, staging effects, transitions, and we can have camera moves as well. So I'm just going to click play. Here we go. And I'm going to stop it there. So one of the things I really like is there is a guideline and there is a ruler, and I felt that was missing from loads of these different whiteboard animation things. So to have a ruler and guidelines is really good. Up the top we've also got alignment features, so if I click here I can move them to the top, I can center them vertically, and I can also center them horizontally. That's really good. I really like that. Over here in our assets we can import images, so we can always add our own, and we can go and pick ones ourselves. This can be a bit slow. There's a search feature here, so I think I need to go to all rather than animals and plants, and I'm going to search for laptop again. It's found 4 laptops. So it does have a search feature, doesn't have loads and loads of assets. I think I've got about 500 assets, and what's going to happen is you'll never always find an asset for something you want. You'll have to adapt your way of doing it. So I find that with all explainer videos, there'll never be an asset for everything you want. So in terms of people, we can go to cartoon people, and we've got sort of people outlines. So to add a character, we need to enable character, we need to unhide it or show it, and we click down here and we add a character. Now we've got quite a lot of characters here. Now I do a lot of stuff on photography, so I'm going to have a look for photographer. Doesn't look like we have a photographer. Custom characters, looks like you can add your own characters if you sort of create your own. So let's add this young man here, and we can pick his sort of expression as well, which is quite good. There's loads and loads of expressions. This is really good. Let's go for astonished, and then he gets inserted. So we can see he's drawn in and he's been astonished. So the asset gets drawn in, and again if I want to I can pick how it comes in. It could come in with this click, or it could be drawn in. There's loads and loads of ways to get your character or your asset drawn in. So let's have a look at that. So the hand just sort of taps on it and adds the asset in. If we want to remove the asset, we have 2 options. We can go here and we can go to add action, and here we've got exit. So if I pick one of these, it will get rid of that asset. or if I pick clear effect, it will get rid of everything. I can also do some decoration, but I'll show you what this does, but I never really use them. So it just shows something. So it just shows a big thumbs up. So I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to go back to add action. And I'm going to wipe her out. And again, that's quite a long transition. So here the asset is drawn in. The asset stays there until they're removed. And here the asset is wiped away. So let's watch that at normal speed. So they're gone now, and then all the other assets pop up. That's quite good, and once you get used to that, it's quite good. So these you can just slide around. If you want to reposition them, you can pull it down and it becomes sort of transparent like that, and it means you can reposition them. Now, if I move them along and it bumps into another asset, it moves them along. That can be advantageous or be a bit of a problem. Sometimes it's quite useful for getting things in the right place, but other times it does mean that you end up moving things along, which can be quite annoying. So that's my review of Mango Whiteboard Animation Maker. It's certainly more advanced than Doodly, but that does come with a drawback because it's more difficult to use and there's a steeper learning curve, but there's an awful lot you can do in it. There are some really good features, and once you get used to them, it does become quite natural. One thing that I think is great is that you can download it and you can just try it. There's no buying it to try it, there's no refunds or anything. You can just download it and try it, and then if you do want to use it without the watermark, it was only $39 for me. Okay, it's 720p output, but I think that's fine for explainer videos. So I do think it's really good value. I do think it's very advanced. I do think it has a lot of legs in it. And best of all, you can try it out for free. So let me know what you think. Do leave a comment below and I'll get back to you. Thank you. Goodbye.